Welcome to the top highest scoring performances in NBA history. When an NBA player catches fire, the results can be jaw-dropping. Today, we're counting down the top 10 individual scoring performances in league history. We're including regular season, but not playoffs, ranked strictly by points scored. Fun fact, the highest ever playoff scoring game was Michael Jordan's 63 in 1986. Pretty amazing, but not enough to crack this list. Each entry will highlight who did it, when and against whom, the final score, shooting stats, and a historic context that made the performance special. Let's jump into these record-setting scoring explosions. At number 10, we have Devin Booker, 70 points on March 24th, 2017. Devin Booker's 70-point game for the Phoenix Suns at just 20 years old made Booker the youngest player ever to hit the 70-point mark. This outburst came against the Boston Celtics in Boston on March 24th, 2017. The Suns ultimately fell 130 to 120, but Booker's individual performance stole the show. He shot 21 of 40 from the field and 24 of 26 from the free throw line, piling up points even as Boston's crowd marveled. Booker added 8 rebounds and 6 assists while logging 45 minutes. It was the highest scoring game in the NBA since Kobe's 81 in 2006, and it shattered the Suns' franchise record, previously 60 points. Even in a loss, Booker's scoring clinic announced him as a rising star and one of only 6 players in league history at the time to achieve a 70-point game. And at number 9, it's going to be a little different. There's a tie. It's Donovan Mitchell and Damian Lillard with 71 points in 2023. Tied at 71 points each, 2 NBA stars put on unforgettable shows in the 2022-2023 season. First, Donovan Mitchell of the Cleveland Cavaliers dropped 71 points in an overtime thriller on January 2nd, 2023 against the Chicago Bulls. Mitchell's Cavs won 45-134, thanks in large part to his efficient 22 of 34 shooting, including 7 threes and 20 of 25 free throws. He didn't just score, he tallied 11 assists and 8 rebounds, becoming the first player ever with a 70-point, 10-assist stat line. Incredibly, Mitchell scored 55 of his 71 after halftime, including overtime, even intentionally missing a free throw in the final seconds of regulation, rebounding it and scoring to force OT. Just weeks later, on February 26, 2023, Damian Lillard of the Portland Trail Blazers matched that feat with 71 points of his own. Lillard's performance came in a 131-114 victory over the Houston Rockets. Known for his deep shooting range, Dame was scorching hot. He hit 13 three-pointers, one shy of the NBA record, and shot 22 of 38 overall, plus a perfect 14 of 14 from the foul line. He added 6 rebounds and 6 assists in just 39 minutes of action. The display was so unreal that Lillard was even subject to a post-game drug test, which he joked brought him back to earth after such a high. These dueling 71-point eruptions by a pair of all-stars just weeks apart tied for the most points scored by anyone in the 2022-2023 season and gave modern fans a taste of scoring history. At the number 8 spot, we turn back to 1994 when David the Admiral Robinson delivered a 71-point masterpiece. On April 24th, 1994, in the last game of the regular season, the San Antonio Spurs center poured in 71 against the Los Angeles Clippers, leading a 112-97 win. Robinson shot 26 of 41 from the field, including 1 three-pointer, and 18 of 25 from the line. This game was about more than just a career high. It clinched Robinson the NBA scoring title for that season. In fact, he narrowly edged Shaquille O'Neal by finishing with a 29.8 points per game average to Shaq's 29.3 points. Knowing he needed a huge night to secure the crown, Robinson's teammates fed him the ball relentlessly. No other Spur even scored double figures. He also grabbed 10 rebounds and logged 44 minutes in a Herculean effort. At the time, Robinson became just the fourth player in NBA history to score 70 plus in a game, joining Wilt Chamberlain, Elgin Baylor, and David Thompson. This epic performance, punctuated by a scoring title, cemented Robinson's place in history. Coming in at number 7 is a groundbreaking performance from the 1960s. Lakers legend Elgin Baylor was the first player ever to crack the 70-point barrier, dropping 71 points on November 15, 1960. Baylor torched the New York Knicks that night, carrying Los Angeles to a 123-108 victory at Madison Square Garden. This was a then NBA record for points in a game, shattering Baylor's own previous record of 64 and astonishing the basketball world. The 6'5" forward was virtually unstoppable, shooting 28 of 48 from the floor and 15 of 19 from the charity stripe, all while also grabbing 25 rebounds in the game. In an era long before the three-point line, Baylor showcased offensive skills that were ahead of his time, acrobatic drives and mid-range mastery. His 71-point night stood as the league's scoring pinnacle until Wilt Chamberlain rewrote the record books a couple of years later. It remains the highest scoring game ever by a Lakers player, yes, even more than any Kobe game, and a testament to Baylor's Hall of Fame talent and innovation on the court. It's only fitting that Wilt Chamberlain appears multiple times on this list. At number 6, we have Wilt's 72-point outing on November 3rd, 1962. By this point, Wilt had been traded to the San Francisco Warriors. The franchise moved from Philadelphia, and on this night, he faced the LA Lakers. Chamberlain dropped 72 points along with 18 rebounds, but even that wasn't enough. The Warriors still lost the game 127-115. Wilt shot 29 of 48 from the field, 60.4%, and 14 of 18 from the foul line, 77.8%. An efficient performance, especially considering his known free throw problems. This game was a duel of stars. Jerry West scored 49 for the Lakers and Elgin Baylor had 30, yet Wilt still outpaced them. Amazingly, this 72-point night came just 8 months after his famous 100-point game, showing that Wilt's scoring exploits didn't end with the century mark. In fact, early 1960s Wilt was a scoring machine unlike anything before or since. Even in defeat, a 72-point bomb underscores how Chamberlain routinely pushed the limits of the record books. Moving into the top 5, we encounter David Skywalker Thompson and his explosive 73-point performance. On April 9, 1978, the Denver Nuggets high-flying guard scored 73 points against the Detroit Pistons. Thompson came out on fire, dropping 32 points in the first quarter alone, which remains an NBA record for points in a quarter. By game's end, he had hit 28 of 38 shots, a scorching 73.7% clip, and 17 of 20 free throws. Despite Thompson's heroics, Denver narrowly lost the game 139-137. Why was Thompson gunning so hard? He was in a fierce battle for the 1977-78 scoring title with George Gervin of the Spurs. Thompson's 73-point effort briefly gave him the lead, but incredibly, Gervin answered later that same day with a 63-point game of his own, clinching the scoring crown by the slimmest of margins, 27.22 versus 27.15 points per game. Thompson had to settle for second place in the scoring race, but his single-game performance was one for the ages. It tied Wilt Chamberlain's, at the time, second highest total and made Thompson one of the few members of the 70-point club. Skywalker lived up to his nickname that night, attacking the rim and pulling up for jumpers in an effort that still echoes in NBA history. At number 4, we have a modern-day entry that stunned the basketball world. Luka Dončić's 73-point explosion. On January 26, 2024, the Dallas Mavericks superstar recorded the highest scoring game the NBA has seen since Kobe's 81. Dončić lit up the Atlanta Hawks for 73 points in a 148-143 shootout victory in Dallas. What's even more impressive was his efficiency and all-around game. Luka shot an eye-popping 25 of 33 from the field, 75.7%, including 8 of 13 from beyond the arc, and 15 of 16 from the free throw line. In short, he scored 73 while barely missing. He also added 10 rebounds and 7 assists, flirting with a triple-double on top of the massive scoring performance. This carried special weight in the hearts of fans. It came on the 4th anniversary of Kobe Bryant's passing, making Luka's feat a poignant tribute, in addition to a statistical marvel. At just 24 years old, Dončić became one of the youngest players to join the 70-point club. His blend of skill, basketball IQ, and clutch shot making was on full display. By dropping 73, not only set a Mavericks franchise record, but also served notice that Wilt and Kobe's records may not be untouchable for the new generation. The bronze medal spot belongs to Wilt Chamberlain again, this time for a 78-point outing that was as exhausting as it was extraordinary. On December 8, 1961, Wilt scored 78 points for the Philadelphia Warriors in a marathon triple overtime game against the Los Angeles Lakers. He logged 63 minutes playing every second and grabbed 43 rebounds on top of his scoring avalanche. Chamberlain shot 31 of 62 from the field and 16 of 31 from the foul line in the game. Despite his Herculean effort, the Warriors fell 151-147 in triple OT as the Lakers duo of Elgin Baylor and Jerry West countered with huge games of their own. Baylor dropped 63 points with 31 rebounds, while West had a 32-point triple-double. At the time, Wilt's 78 set a new NBA record, surpassing Baylor's 71 from the year prior. It was a preview of the scoring insanity Wilt would deliver in the months to come. This game often gets overshadowed by Wilt's 100-point game, but the context is unbelievable. Two Hall of Famers, Wilt and Baylor, combining for 149 points on the same floor. The showdown left players and fans in awe. Chamberlain's 78 remains the third highest point total in NBA history, and it illustrated his uncanny stamina and scoring will. Little did the world know, Wilt was just warming up for the biggest record of all. In the number 2 spot, we have a modern legend's magnum opus, Kobe Bryant's 81-point game. On January 22, 2006, Kobe single-handedly carried the Los Angeles Lakers to a 122-104 comeback win over the Toronto Raptors, scoring 81 of those points himself. This stands as the second highest scoring game in NBA history, behind only Wilt's 100. Bryant was in the zone like never before, shooting 28 of 46 from the field, 60.9%, including 7 of 13 from three-point range and 18 of 20 from the free throw line. Incredibly, 55 of his 81 points came in the second half. With the Lakers trailing by 18 in the third quarter, Kobe absolutely took over, dropping 27 points in the third and 28 in the fourth. He scored all but 3 of LA's points in the final quarter, erasing the deficit almost single-handedly. Fans at Staples Center were in disbelief as tough shot after shot found the bottom of the net. At one point, Kobe scored 28 consecutive Laker points. This performance also broke the previous franchise record 71 by Elgin Baylor and of course set Kobe's own career high. The historical context wasn't lost on anyone. It was the closest anyone had come to Wilt's 100. Kobe's 81 in the modern era, with advanced defenses and the three-point line in play, is often regarded as the greatest scoring performance ever. It was the ultimate Mamba mentality game. Laser focused, relentless, and unforgettable. At number 1, could it be anyone else? The legendary 100-point game by Wilt Chamberlain stands alone atop NBA history. On March 2, 1962, Chamberlain scored 100 points for the Philadelphia Warriors in a 169-147 win over the New York Knicks. It's a record that has not been seriously threatened in over 6 decades. Wilt's performance almost defies belief. He shot 36 of 63 from the field and an uncharacteristically sharp 28 of 32 from the free throw line. By halftime, he had 41 points, but the Warriors, sensing history, kept feeding him the ball. Chamberlain piled on 59 more in the second half, eventually hitting the magical 100 mark with a few minutes still left in the game. The circumstances have become lore. The game was played in Hershey, Pennsylvania in front of just 4,124 fans and wasn't televised. As the fourth quarter went on, the crowd stood cheering wildly with each basket. When Wilt reached triple digits, fans stormed the court in celebration. The aftermath gave us the iconic image of Chamberlain holding up a sheet of paper with 100 scribbled on it. Beyond the raw points, consider that Wilt also grabbed 25 rebounds that night and averaged 50.4 points per game that season. His 100-point game isn't just the top of this list, it's one of the most famous single-game achievements in all of sports. It established a pinnacle of scoring excellence that every NBA scorer can only dream of reaching. 100 points in one game, a record for the ages. These 10 performances, while 11 including the tie, represent the absolute peak of scoring dominance in NBA history. From the early pioneers like Elgin Baylor, to Wilt's video game-like numbers, to modern stars like Kobe, Booker, Mitchell, Lillard, and Luka. Each game was a perfect storm of talent, opportunity, and competitive fire. Records may be made to be broken, but as it stands, Wilt Chamberlain's 100 is still the holy grail of scoring feats. Who knows how long it will last, but one thing's for sure, we'll be talking about these legendary games for decades to come. And anytime someone gets hot, we'll wonder, could they hit 70, 80, maybe 100? That's the thrill of the NBA on any given night. Thank you so much for watching the video. Hit like and subscribe for more content if you like this.